really, just too easy. Too easy, it's because people want to believe so badly that you don't really have to make a big effort. I mean, what do you have to be to just start a religion, to be a prophet? Just some guy, and I do mean guy because it is kind of a sausage party, the prophet business. But just some guy who's out in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains or up on a hill or in a desert, and come running into town. Hey, everybody, you'll never guess who talked to me when there was nobody around, darn the law. God, yeah, can you believe it? God. And he said he's starting a new religion and he wants me, a complete loser with nothing going on in my life, to be his infallible wingman here on Earth. Isn't that awesome? So I took a few notes. Okay, number one, just do whatever I say. That's like super key. And, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to be fucking a lot of the women in the compound. That's just directly from him. I would not have it that way. But, religion, it's not exactly selling consistency. It's not even really selling morality. What is it selling? Peace of mind. That's what it's selling. I know this because I know many religious people. And they all say the same thing, which is, when I put my head on the pillow at night, I know if I die in my sleep, I will go to a better place. To which I always say, then why don't you hang yourself tomorrow? No, I'm trying to help. You said a better place. I have some rope in my car. We could do this tonight. But when people ask the question, what happens when I die? They don't want to hear, something, nothing. No, they want to hear, They want to hear, we have a post-life package that I think you're going to find very exciting, because that is what they are selling. I mean, that's actually what they're competing with each other for. They have to come up with a great heaven version of heaven. Like, I was raised Catholic. I was told one man dies for all of your sins, which is really picking up the check for the whole table. That is a gentleman. Mormons believe that if you have a good marriage here on Earth, in the afterlife, you and your wife get to rule over your own planet. That is a nice perk, is it not? Let me see that brochure. I'm going to look at this very carefully. I love the Muslims. They go right to, you get pussy. What do you think about that? Pussy, pussy, pussy everywhere. That brochure. Although, I suppose if I ruled over my own planet, I get all the pussy I want. Oh, wait, the old ball and chain will be with me. Abortion thing, look, I personally am pro-choice, but, I'd like to stand up a little for the pro-life people, because they always get accused of, you hate women. They don't hate women. You just made that up. They don't hate women. They think it's murder. And it kind of is. I'm just okay with that. Sorry, unborn, there's 8 billion of us here already. We won't miss you. What can I say? How could we? We never met you, and you never met us. How could you miss us? This is not a tragedy. Oh, Bill, all life is precious. Really? I mean, Harvey Weinstein, Jeff Dahmer, Hitler, I could name people, Remember Jeffrey Epstein? And he hung himself in his jail cell, and there was this big debate. Did he really hang himself in his jail cell, or was he killed in there to keep his mouth shut? But nobody went, what a shame about Jeff. I heard about it. I was sick all day. And by the way, it was neither one of those things. He was a child molester. Whenever a child molester goes to prison, the other prisoners always kill the child molesters. I love this about prisoners. I do. I gotta say, I find this so adorable, so charming, that they have standards. You, sir, are not welcome in this establishment. I've discussed it with the other hatchet murderers, rapists, thieves, cannibals, and serial killers, and members of the co-op board, and you do not represent our core values, so you will have... But, I mean, the abortion thing, a lot of that, come on, comes from... Better! New isn't automatically better. I could come here tomorrow and go, hey, from now on, let's eat in the bathroom and shit in the kitchen. It's new. And this is one of the problems I think we have in this country. Nobody ever gets canceled for being too woke. That's how you get things like, men can get pregnant. And everybody's like, yeah, absolutely, I've always said that. Of course, I saw a dude today glowing. And I think a lot of people are just tired of having to pretend that things that are crazy aren't. Tired of being bullied by the most unfun people in the country. Tired of walking around on eggshells because of the hyper-fragile and the oversensitive. These people... These people who have such a sense of entitlement about never having to feel a moment of discomfort from encountering a thought they don't already have or a joke they don't like. Fuck off, you fucks. Fuck you. Eloquent, huh? Oh, and is there anything more cringeworthy than the apologies that we have to listen to from people so often that, sound like they're right out of a Soviet re-education camp where you thank your accusers. Thank you for the opportunity to learn what a repulsive shitbag I am. And I will try to do better. Oh, fuck off. It was a Halloween costume. Nobody died, okay? I mean, so much of this is just posing, Liberalism about lifting. This is posing. Do you ever see when they do one of those land acknowledgments? Have you ever seen that? Okay, when they're about to, put in a mini mall or whatever the fuck they're gonna do anyway, they have a little ceremony so they can tell you how bad they feel about it first. We are standing on land that rightfully belongs to the proud Chumash people. Okay, either give it back or shut the fuck up, all right? Come on. Like you'd really rather have a teepee there than your Starbucks. The bigger threat. But I don't hold my tongue for anybody. For the 2 years when I was trying to get Biden to step down, I kept referring to him as Ruth Bader Biden. Kind of true, wasn't it? And, people would say to me, oh, Bill, stop making fun of Biden's age. You're going to help Trump. Right, like no one would have noticed otherwise. Yeah, I let the cat out of the bag about Biden. No, I'm a noticer. That's what I do. It's what I'm supposed to do. So if I notice all the oversensitivity on the left and the victim culture and the cancel culture and the overemphasis on identity politics and the pointless white self-loathing that goes on, ugh. Don't tell me the left hasn't changed. I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews. So you can threaten me with whatever label you want. I don't bend the knee. If you do something goofy, I'm going to call you out no matter where you are on the spectrum. I speak to a different group of people who are not ideologically captured by either side. Democrats, independents, and non-drooling Republicans. That's my constituency. People who are just tired of the extremes, as I am. Tired of the extremes and the extremists who control the debate but don't represent not close to a majority. I'm tired of the hating and the haters. I don't hate half America, and I don't want to hate half America. And I'll tell you something about America. Thank you so much. I love you back. Thank you, Chicago. Always one of my favorite cities. I'm so glad I'm doing this here finally. Wow, thank you so much. That makes me feel so great. Always love this town. Hope you're in a good mood. We're going to have fun tonight. Good. Just hope you're not brooding about the election, because if you are, you're in the wrong building here, okay? I'm not doing that shit. And again, you know what? Could it be bad? Yes. Trump could blow up the world on the first day. Absolutely. He could also sit there and eat cheeseburgers for 4 years and call into Fox and Friends every morning. I don't know. He's too unpredictable. So he got the White House again, but he's not going to get my mind. Okay? It still sucks. I mean, the Electoral College? It's the only thing worse than regular college. I mean, if Thomas Jefferson was alive, he would have two questions. One, Hamilton gets a musical before me? And two, we're still using that thing from 1787. I mean, I live in California with 40 million people, and we get 2 senators, and the Dakota Territory gets 4. Why are there 2 Dakotas? Why is there 1? There are more people in California named Dakota. Not that California is not an insane state, because it is. Oh, it is. I once tried to cut down a tree. I had 100 like it in my back. I can't do that in California. I had to clear it with the city, the state, the Environmental Review Board, the Fish and Game people, the Parks Department, the UN Security Council, and the 11 Berkeley students who are now living in the tree. And won't come down until I admit it has a soul. And look, I want to be a good environmentalist. I have tried. I think the best thing I ever did for the cause was I never spawned. No, it's not knocking kids. Kids are wonderful and important. They assembled my phone. But, well, come on, let's be honest. Everybody hates kids these days. I mean, how can you not? They're feral. They are. They're obnoxious, undisciplined, completely out of control. I'm convinced this is why anal is so popular these days. No, really. Because, you know, condoms break, pills can fail, but no sperm ever made it out of the shit chute alive. You know, it's a real selling point if you don't want kids. And, but, you know, the work to be done. I mean, pick up a newspaper. You know, it's just a journal of work to be done. It's not mostly good news. I was reading something the other day. This is very random, but okay. Like North Carolina last year, changed the law of when you could eligibly marry. It was 14. And now it's 16, which I'm not kidding. They raised it from 14 to 16, which is still too young. 16, a lot of these kids haven't even started transitioning yet. What? Can't we give them time to be kids and do the things kids have always done, like get read to by drag queens? Just normal. No, and we love drag queens, yes, okay, good. Now we know we're the good people. We're good people. We like drag queens. We're good people. Okay, but can we never get real? Because I have this whole thing, I feel like, is much more for the adults than it is for the kids. And I think that the kids are really hurt by it. But do we really need to be loud and proud with 5-year-olds? You know, I think there's plenty of time for them to learn about drag queens and dildos and why daddy has 2 phones.